Hi viewers, welcome to the Trading for Living video series. Myself Brijesh Bhatia, Senior Research Analyst and Editor at Equity Master. In this video, we'll be discussing how to define your trading systems. Before starting onto the video, I'll request everyone click onto our subscribe button on our YouTube channel and do comment on how do you feel our videos so that it helps us to come up with more and more videos which could help our viewers. So coming on to the defining your trading system. So I have jotted down some of the key points which I think are very much important when it comes to the trading systems. And some of the technical indicators, especially I'm focusing in this video on technical side. And the first and most important use of charts is the time frame. So there are n number of time frames, be it the weekly, daily, hourly, 90 minutes, 75 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. There are traders who use multiple time frames as well. So the time frame over here plays a key role when it comes to the trading. And again, that depends on what type of traders you are, which you have covered in previous videos. The type of traders, there are various types of traders, and you have to choose out of that. So that plays a key role. So if you are an intraday trader, I think 15 minutes, 30 minutes suits you. If you are a swing trader which looks for 1 to 2 days or 3 days trade, probably daily 4 hours or 2 hours suits the best to you. So it depends on what kind of traders you are. So there are various time frames available for a trading system which you have to define. Second is number of studies implemented. So I have seen n number of people using 5-6 studies like RSI, MACD, stochastics, ADX, moving average, and upon that they use patterns. So if you are using n number of patterns, how do you define your system? So how will your system give a bias or sell? Because if you are using MACD and stochastics are generally faster in nature to give a signal. MACD is slightly slower in nature to give a signal. So if you are combining 5-6 studies, I think your systems might be confused on what to do. So better for me, 2 to 3 studies are ideal if you are considering studies to be implemented on charts. And I will be showing one example as well, which generally I follow the studies. Take a number of trades. Now, if you are an intraday trader, your system should not be like that it is giving a one trade a day. Your system should be like it giving you multiple trade a day. If you are a positional trader, probably looking for 2-3 days of trade, so 1 to 2 trades a day, I think it's fair enough. So here the number of trades plays an important role, because if your system is giving one trade a day, and what if market is not moving in your favor, at the end of the day or end of the month, in your account there should be profits to run your home, to pay your EMIs. So the number of trades here plays a key role, and that depends on the time frame which you are using, the number of studies you are using. So choose your studies wisely, choose your time frame of the charts wisely, so that it gives you a number of trades. So it should not happen that it giving one trade on an average, it gives around 20 to 25 trades a month. So it depends what kind of traders you are. So for me, basically, I'm not an intraday trader, so I might not worry about 2-3 trades a day. I might be looking at 1 trades a day. It's fair for me, because as soon as it's giving me the profits, so that's okay for me. And the fourth point is holding period. Now, if you are an intraday trader, if your position is open for more than hour or 60 minutes to 90 minutes, I think you are into a wrong trade. If I am a swing trader and my positions are open more than 2 to 3 days, max 3 days, I think my system is working good. If that position is holding for one week, so see, it depends. If there is a truncated week, probably 4 weeks of trading on that week, and sometime it might happen that during the Christmas, generally the last week of the year, the markets are slightly less volatile. So that are some of the cases you can ignore. But overall, if your holding period is higher, then it depends that the number of trades here will should be slightly on a higher side. Now also that depends on the number of the amount of capital you have deployed over here. So these are the 3-4 parameters I think one should really focus on before defining your trading systems. So now coming on to the multi-time frame over here. So on your screen, if you look at the charts, it's a daily chart on the left. The right top is hourly chart and the bottom right is 15 minutes chart. So why I am including this multi-time frame is because I generally use this kind of analysis. The daily trend, what is the daily trend going onto the markets? What is the hourly trend showing? And entry on 15 minutes give me a key important levels, because here when my daily trend is positive or bullish, my hourly is consolidation and breaking out probably of a range, and my 15 minutes here is giving me a good entry. It turns out to be that before a hourly setups confirmations, 15 minutes is giving me confirmation. Yes, my stop loss is also slightly narrowed down because I am getting an early entry. So sometime it might happen that hourly won't break out, 15 minutes breaks out and the stock rallies or probably stock fails. But here I am getting the early indications on 15 minutes. So I am using this multi-time frame, confirming at looking at a trend on daily, confirming on hourly and entry on 15 minutes. So you can use this multi-time frame strategy into your trading system. Now, the number of studies, what should the number of studies you should include into? As I said, I look to include not more than 3. Probably 3 is slightly on a higher side, but yes, that depends on what kind of system you are using. Okay, use your studies which define the trend. So it should not happen that you are using say moving average, which gives slightly faster results, and depends what kind of moving average you have. So you should not use that 5 moving average to 200 moving average, because your 5 moving average will be very very faster than 200, because that is a long term average. So yes, use wisely the trends indicators which you are using. More leading indicators should be included than lagging indicators. Why do I say that? Because if you are using more leading indicators, your confirmation, you are enter into a trade at a faster pace, at an early stage of a momentum, early stage of a trend building up. So if you are adding more studies which are leading onto the price action or leading onto the trends, you are early into the markets. And as I said, ideally you should have 2 to 3 studies, not more than that. So I have just used some of the systems over here, and I want to explain. I'll explain in the end what are the differences. So first system which I have used on Nifty. This is the daily chart which I have used, and I have used just 5 moving average, simple moving average, and 13 simple moving average. So when my 5 moving average crossovers above 13 average, I am long, or I am buying the position, buying the Nifty. When it turns negative, I will exit that long, enter into the short. Again, these are all on the closing basis. So the price, say Nifty is at 15,000 and 5 days average is at 14,998, 13 days average is at 14,900. So my Nifty has closed above 5 and 13, and 5 average is above 13. So I'll take a long. As soon as that 5 average turns negative and market close below those, I'll exit my long and go on to the shorts. So at all point of time, I am into a trade. Okay, so here is an example. If you look at the backtesting results, again this backtesting is from 1st of January 2002 to 12th February 2021. So I have taken nearly 21 years of data. Now if you look at this system has given me trades on the long side at 411. Average money made is the money made on the total trades is 137%. The average return per trade in percentage is 0.33%, and the strike rate is 46.47%. Now if you look at the sell side, this system on the sell side is given me a negative figure, 398 trades, strike rate of 31%, 52% negative returns, the total of the all, and average is 0.13%. So again, on the sell side, the system won't work. So I have slightly moved on the higher side. Now I have taken weighted average on this. I have used the simple average. I have moved on to weighted average because I think weighted average might play out a slightly better results. So let's look at this Again, 513 weighted average. Apart from simple, I've gone on to the weightage. Again, 439 trades, 230% return. The returns has slightly gone higher. Average return per trade is 0.52% and strike rate has slightly gone from 44.5 to 43.5 or 43.74. The strike rate has lowered down, but my results are stronger. On the sell side, 487 trades. Here and now from negative returns, I have come to the positive return of 14%. Still not a big number, but it has turned from negative to positive. And if you look at the strike rates, remains at around 31-32%. The average return is 0.03%. So now look at this, both the system. What I've done, I just tweaked from simple moving average to weighted moving average. Okay. Now look at the third and fourth system. Okay. Again, third system, instead of 5 and 13 simple moving average, I have used at 8 and 21 simple moving average. Okay. The numbers are on the buy side, 248 trades in last 21 years. Again, the result of these are the data is from 1st of January 2000 to 12th of Feb 2021. Now, in those 21 years, I've got 248 trades. Because these are the daily, the number of trades might be lower. On hourly, you might get a slightly more trades. On 2 hours, you might get more trades than daily. So you can choose the time frame accordingly. What's your need? The average return is 0.76% and strike rate of 43%. Again, on the sell side, this system is not working. So I have moved on to WMA, which is weighted moving average. 293 is on the buy, 215%. So slightly percentage gone higher. Average return is 0.74%, strike rate is 44%. Again, this system on the sell side is not working. So the result is slightly good considering the simple moving average, but it is not working as an. So if you look at again this system, now over here, this is the result for you. Now, what I have done is, being a simple moving averages, both are the moving averages, both are the leading indicators, simple, weighted, or you can also use exponential moving average. Okay. Now I have added a twist to it. What I have done is, I have added RSI, Relative Strength Index. So I have added one parameter here. If RSI is above 50, which is the median of RSI, and 8 and 21 moving average, the weighted one, is giving a positive crossover with a close and RSI above 50, I'll enter along. On the short side, if RSI is below 50 and 8 moving average, the 21 moving average crossover with the negative close below those, I'll go short. So if you look at the numbers over here, it has changed dramatically in the favor. Now if you look at 220 trades, 280% of those, 1.27% returns on Nifty per trade, and strike rate has slightly gone down. But if you look at the return wise, yes, it is giving amazing returns, 1.27% per trade. On the sell side, which was into negative, I am getting a positive number, 245 trades, around 30% of returns of Nifty, and 0.12% average with strike rate of around 34%. So again, RSI is basically a leading, I would say, for me, because when a system is giving you a trending moves, better RSI also giving an indications with the trend getting stronger or weaker. But yes, it is helping me, because if you look at the system, the number has changed. So now if I compare with all the three systems over here, simple moving average 8 by 21, weighted moving average 8 by 21, and 8 by 21 weighted with RSI. So if you look at the numbers over here, I am getting average trade on the long side is 1.27% on Nifty. The sell side, which is negative, I am getting slightly on a positive results, though it's not so impressive, but still it is on a positive number. So yes, so you can add some of your studies, you can do such kind of R&Ds using various oscillators where you are getting better results before implementing. So backtesting here plays a key role before you implement your systems. Try to do backtesting. There are n number of softwares which gives you this backtesting that you can do in Excel, because generally the averages formulas are available on Google. You can do RSI formula, implement it on Excel. Try to do some kind of more R&Ds. Try moving averages, various moving averages you want. Try to use various time frames you want and get the better result before implementing those trades. So that's all. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia. Thank you. Do not forget to subscribe to my email newsletters, Fast Profits Daily, and get a free guide on how to trade markets like pro. Thank you.